first time coming into greetings, fam, greetings. Hey, this your first time coming into my channel. Please, hey, share this video, like the video, share the video. Most of all, subscribe to the channel, Underground Warrior TV. Fam, I tell you, man, people who have to bite their tongue, can't speak how things really are, when they are in the media and you work for these conglomerates who run the entertainment business. When I say entertainment business, I mean everything from TV to radio, newspaper, book publishing companies, whatnot. People who control information also control the masses, because these people can also give the masses misinformed information to discourage them from seeking what is real. Fam, is this ESPN First Take with Shannon and Skip? The more I listen to Shannon Sharpe, the more I know he's in tune with white supremacy, who runs ESPN. Skip don't seem like he's upset at Kyrie as much as Shannon Sharpe. This how you know when your people will sell their soul for that bag. This when your people show you turncoat. Your own people will kill you for the money bag. White supremacy. I want y'all to listen to this brother, and I'm gonna break this video down as we go. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm not here to shit on Shannon Sharpe, but I'm here to tell the truth about Shannon Sharpe. Listen to this video, y'all. Let's get into this video.
Person, Skip, this is Kyrie, this is who he is. You know he's going to dig in now because he's caught backlash. Nick Friedel challenged him. Joe Side tweeted at him. Wish he'd have just pulled him into a room and had a conversation. Just because he tweets something, that doesn't mean you have to compound an issue by tweeting back at him. Just call him in. Hey, you're the owner. Just say, Kyrie, I'd like to talk to you about something that you posted. Look, Kyrie always wants you to think. He wants you to think that he's a physicist, and he's the smartest guy in the room, and he's a conspiracy theorist. And he said, well,
I want to stop right there where he called the brother a conspiracy theorist. First, Shannon is really talking about the time that Kyrie Irving refused to be inoculated with the potential COVID-19 remedy. This was a potential remedy because it's been proven that you can still be infected with this particular virus. Kyrie, science, and a lot of people prove that this particular shot was detrimental in many ways. So, conspiracy theory, this is what the world is being trained to say. When you come out with vital information You are a conspiracy theorist if it's not in line with white supremacy, what they say. It's all about white supremacy, what white supremacy say. Anyone thinks outside the matrix is also a conspiracy theory. We have nuts in the world to say a lot of things without concrete science, concrete receipts, concrete evidence, empirical evidence. Well, let me say something, Shannon Sharpe. Since Kyrie is a conspiracy theorist, can anyone tell me, or maybe I'm wrong, has the world been cured from this particular inoculation? Has the world been cured from this inoculation? Not only that, there's people in Africa who are having underlying health conditions due to vaccination. So how is it a conspiracy theorist? Because I know people who has not been vaccinated and has been COVID-19 free with no vaccination period. How is it conspiracy theory when I feel a particular medication, I don't feel it's healthy for me? How is it that I'm a conspiracy theorist because it's been proven through science that this particular vaccine is not a cure? It doesn't stop the spread of the virus. See, these media dudes, especially black people that's in the media, they have to do a lot of tap dancing. They have to act like they're mad. Look at Skip's demeanor. I want you to look at Skip's demeanor and his speech, the way that he spoke about the situation, opposed to Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe, I hate to call him out on this, but I have to. He's becoming the house Negro of Undisputed. I call it First Take. I meant Undisputed. Let's get off into this, fam. I want y'all to listen to this coon.
What if that didn't happen? Okay, I understand that it could happen. What if it didn't? Okay, even if it did happen, what if it didn't happen? What if who were actually responsible for it wasn't really responsible for it? See, that's how he does. He was like, I just want to play devil's advocate. So me personally, Skip, I don't listen to anything Kyrie has to say. I think he's a phenomenal basketball player, but he just says a whole lot of stuff. There are enough of his followers because he has a large enough platform. They're gonna say, Kyrie, you right. And the more people all he needs is one person to tell him that he's right, other than himself, and he's gonna keep it going. And so for me, this is, I got no problem with freedom of speech. Freedom of speech in America does not mean you're free of consequences in America. So you can say.
Fam, this how you know. Shannon Sharpe was right. The owner of the Brooklyn Nets should have called Kyrie inside his office and they had a one-on-one talk about what he posted. You feel what I'm saying? The owner only tweeted back to the world to let the powerful people who run this demonic world that he was on board with white supremacy and not with Kyrie. See, you got to get on board. All owners, all people in the media got to side with the Jews, the powerful Jews. You can't say anything about them. You can't point out any evil that they do. You're anti-Semitic. But you can pull out anybody else's criminal jacket or something they done in the past. And you point that person out, you're good. But don't point out these particular people. The owner only tweeted to let the powerful world know or the powerful people run this world, that he was on board with them. Shannon Sharpe is controlled by the bag. He can't speak the truth to power or he'll be canceled. He know the consequences. These demonic people would get rid of him. As far as Alex Jones, I don't know nothing about the Cindy Hook situation, but I do know what Alex Jones said about secret societies are true. And Shannon Sharpe know. He know it's true, and I'm explaining to you later on. Let's let him continue to put a big foot in his mouth as I proceed with this video. I want you to hear what he said on this audio. This is him critiquing our brother, Kyrie Irving.
Say whatever you want. You can spew whatever you want. But when the backlash and the consequences come, don't come, oh, cry me, Kanye. Oh, now all of a sudden, you're like, oh, they got to be on my neck, and it reminds me I was like Emmett Till and yada, yada. I don't want to hear that. Because when you were saying what you were saying, it was without repercussion. I'm free. I'm this, I'm that. And then somebody had to remind him, you look a lot like Shannon Sharpe. Remember when OJ said, OJ, I ain't black, I'm OJ. Kanye started to believe that too. Yep. I ain't black, I'm Kanye.
See, right then and there, Shannon Sharpe throw an ingredient in there, like he's speaking in behalf of us, and he's saying it subliminally. You got to understand what this brother's saying. He's straddling both sides of the fence, just like Kanye did. Kanye talked about black people, said some things that was anti-African, you know what I'm saying? Then he turned back around and say something about the powerful people in the world. And he's gonna suffer the consequences. Like I said, anyone that's black, you see what happened to Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg just called it like it was. White on white crime when Hitler did what he did to the people, to those people. It's white on white crime. Judaism is a religion. They call themselves Jews from Judaism. A lot of people don't want to admit that. They don't want to admit that. You know what I'm saying?
And then he got reminded, oh yeah, you are. But Kyrie, I don't know what his end game is. He's always trying to I'm a free thinker. You know, those are not free thoughts, Kanye. You reposted something.
See, he just called Kyrie Kanye. This is how much white people got black people on code to persecute Kanye and persecute Kyrie Irving. We are skeptical about Kanye. Kanye just apologized to black people. Do we forgive Kanye? I will forgive Kanye if it's sincere and he promised not to go dance with Trump. That 2024 hat got to go. Because like I said before, politics is not going to help black people. We're not going to get out the matrix voting. We've been voting for years and we still don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. I'm just keeping it real with us, man. I don't think voting going to help black people. I think we got to start our independent movement in this country. We got to unplug from the matrix until Kanye West unplug all the way from this matrix. I'm not saying not make money, Kanye. I'm talking about unplug from the matrix because you're not going to free black people in a wicked society such as America's government. Any Western government is not going to free black people. Black people got to take their own freedom and take matters in their own hand. You feel what I'm saying? So why is this dude got Kanye West on his mind and he's speaking on Kyrie Irving? This lets you know that these Negroes like Stephen A. Smith, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, Steve Harvey, these type of niggas got to get on code for white supremacy to prove their allegiance to Satan. If you don't believe that these people, when they say the GOAT, this is why they call the MVP, the most valuable player, the best player on the planet, the GOAT. Do you know what GOAT God that Kyrie is talking about that as particular people in power pray to? And Shannon knows better. I'm about to pull the covers off the wicked. I'm about to pull the covers off this brother because I heard him say something that he knows what's going on, but he's trying to play dumbfound to you people, to the mainstream, to the populace of the people. I know better. I study, and he knows better. Kanye West and Shannon Sharpe are the same to me when it comes to playing two sides of the fence. Listen to what I'm saying. They're not the same people, but they both play both sides of the fence. All black people who are in the media working for mainstream gotta act like they're saying something for black people, but 95% of their speech, their mannerism is to uphold what? White supremacy. You better believe that ESPN Undisputed is owned by them same people. There's only 13 motherfuckers, families who run the world, and they all Jewish people. So think about it. Think a motherfucker about it. 1% of the population control 99% of the wealth on the planet. Can someone tell me how that happened? They control the media. So when they do something wrong, you say something about them, you're anti-Semitic. They can shoot you in the back of the head. And you report that they shot you in the back of the head, you're anti-Semitic for telling the truth about a person that shot you in the back of the head. This is how deep it is when you talk about those people. Shannon knows better.
Something. Now you said when Nick Friedel says, "Look, I understand what Alex Jones did. He made families relive a very tragic and horrifying moments in their life. He's a conspiracy theorist. I just like what he said 10 years ago."
Alex Jones, I don't know why he said the Sandy Hook situation wasn't real, it was fake. Everything Alex Jones speak on, it's not conspiracy theory. It's actually a conspiracy going on, what he exposed. Can somebody tell me, how did Malcolm X die if conspiracies don't exist? How did John F. Kennedy get his wig blew back? Somebody had to conspire to kill John F. Kennedy. Somebody had to conspire to kill Malcolm X. And when they do the work, all the conspiracy theorists that were called conspiracy theorists in that time, when you get the Freedom of Information Act, the government tells you that they assassinated Martin Luther King, that they assassinated Malcolm X, that they assassinated John F. Kennedy. So how in the hell, when you tell the truth, you get deemed as a conspiracy theorist or anti-Semitic? When Bush said there was weapons of mass destruction, when President Bush said there was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, mainstream media pushed that. But it took a black man, Colin Powell, to reveal what everybody been saying, that he's lying. But all the people was called conspiracy theorists. When we said that the Jews who run the music industry and the entertainment business was wicked towards the people who signed contracts with them, we was conspiracy theorists. But Kanye just exposed everything that we were saying. don't know why Alex Jones picked to say that about Sandy Hook, but I don't discredit some of the stuff that Alex Jones say. Some of this shit, he on point. Some of us think we too smart and say things without doing any research. Before I say that the Sandy Hook situation was fake, I hear that and I go do some research on that, and then I come back with my findings. I ain't never heard nobody else say the Sandy Hook situation was fake but Alex Jones. But that don't discredit Alex Jones when he says secret societies run this world. Ever since the Caucasian went into Africa and invaded the mystery city systems of the Kemetic Egyptian people, it's always been a secret society up on the planet. The Egyptian mystery system has been turned around and flipped for demonic purposes. So Shannon knows that secret society exists, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
So you already said what the guy is, and now he's a proven liar. But it's that one thing that you like, you know what, is that morsel over there. Now I get what he said right here. It's not true.
Who can't say that? What Alex Jones said about Sandy Hook may not be true, but we know secret society exists. Shannon Sharpe went to Savannah State University. I don't know if that's in Georgia. Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. He's part of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. What is that? Can somebody explain to me, when you go to college and join these sororities, ain't that baby Masonic secret society? So I know that this dude know what's going on in this world. That's why everything is go. He a goat. She's a goat. So you trying to tell me that these people in these secret societies don't worship that goat god Baphomet? See, these Negroes can't get this past me, because I've been doing this for a minute. I've been studying a minute. I just sound and look like that on YouTube when I come with the gutter type information from that terminology or from that standpoint. I mean, how I give it up. I give it up to the street people. I don't have to come in here and be a philosophy with words to use a large extension of words just to get my message across. Yeah, I curse. People wake up when you use a cuss word. How do we know it's a cuss word? Speaking from the English bastard language that borrowed from everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? Shannon, Sharpe, and Skip know ESPN, all media outlets such as Undisputed is owned jointly by Walt Disney. Who owned Walt Disney? See, I'm gonna pull the covers off these fake media personnel, because you tell people that I know that the average square means you just uninformed, misinformed about the mainstream media. We're not saying that they don't tell truths in the media, but most of the times they sensationalize certain situations, embellish certain situations to fit the narrative of white supremacy to drag people in the media that they don't like. You see what I'm saying? Shannon knows better. I believe the company of ESPN, Walt Disney, is owned by Bill Rosen, along with his son Scott Rosen and Ed Egan. You feel what I'm saying? Walt Disney's personnel, like child care personnel who sing to the child stars, they was raping the child stars up in Walt Disney. So all this shit is connected to Satan. And I'm not familiar with the book that's being promoted. I don't know too much about the book that Kyrie refers his people to read. I think he's referring to the Hebrew Israelite. That's a religion. I don't prescribe to Hebrew Israelite, but some of the knowledge is profound. Some of the biblical work that they do is profound. I just don't prescribe to biblical content that was rewritten from Kemet. And it's just hard to explain that the Europeans, that's their book. They rewrote the book. They couldn't just write the knowledge. They had to use some of the knowledge that they stole from the Africans to put in the Bible. And I'm talking about the African Egyptians, the Kemetic people. This is where this book come from. So, with that being said, like biblical characters to me are not proven to be sufficient people who live, because no one has found any of their grave sites. To say that there was slavery in Egypt in the ancient times during the ancient Kemetic people is asinine, because when you go back and read the Egyptian history, you do not see any slavery in Egypt of that magnitude, such as the Bible prescribes and says that slavery with the Hebrews, it was in Egypt. You feel what I'm saying? So by me knowing the Bible is a prophetical book, not a historical book, I don't prescribe to the Hebrew Israelite. When the pyramids is older than the Abraham, who is father of the Jew Israelites or the Hebrews, Abraham is too young to be father of the Jews that had a people living in slavery who built pyramids when the pyramids is older than Abraham. So, but there's a lot of profound work in probably this book. If it's speaking on, I'm not sure, but I think they're proving that these particular people are really European people who come from Khazar. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And the original people of Jerusalem, or what they call Israel, are black people before the Palestinians showed up. See, this was a discrepancy. This is all African land. So I prescribe that all Africans are the children of the Most High. All black people, not just the Hebrew Israelite, and that's my discrepancy. There is proof that the ancient Israelites were in what they call Israel today before there were a European or Arab, which is the Arabs and the Europeans are fighting for that particular land right now. That was all African land. So with that being said, Kyrie posted this particular book in a tweet and referred the book. So what? That's not a crime. Rolling Stone print in their magazine that this book was very disrespectful towards Jews and anti-Semitic. I wonder if the book is exposing these particular people. Now, exposing you for something you're doing is snitching. It's not anti-Semitic. especially if you're guilty of these particular things that people are calling you out on. See, like I said, you've got to be careful when you speak and pull the covers off these people, because they get mad and the ADL comes out and defends them. They could do all the wrong on the earth. It's okay for Israel to kill Palestinians. It's okay for Israel to beat Africans down in Israel. It's okay for the police department in America, across America, goes to Israel and learn how to kill black people and choke them out. See, it's okay for that type of stuff to go down. You feel what I'm saying? The name of this book is called Hebrew Negroes Wake Up. And that is the thing. That is the thing that is scaring white supremacy, because the books say Negro wake up. Let's get to the bottom line of this, or the bottom of this, not the bottom line. Let's get to the bottom of this, that this is what this tweet was all about. It's scary because Black America, us as a people, we sleep or to who we are. We are the true people of Israel. We are the true people of Ghana, South Africa. We are the true people of the Congo. Israel is a part of Africa. I agree. But just to say that one particular people, that God chose them, is a little arrogant. It's a little arrogant. God choose you. How the hell you gonna choose a God that you don't know nothing about? You pray to mystery gods. You believe in a God that died on the cross. And Jesus is symbolic to a Kemetic deity. And it's a damn shame, an African deity. You need to go back and do some research. Go back and do some research. Have you ever heard of Isis? Haru. Have you ever heard of Isis Haru? Have you ever heard Osar? Some people call him Osiris. Osiris is the father of Haru. Isis is the wife of Osar. Haru is Jesus. Is Jesus. You got to understand, when the Pope of Rome goes pray to the Black Madonna, he's praying to the deity Isis and Haru. Some people call him Horus. Isis' real name is Aset. These three deities is where you get the Trinity at. From Isis, the mother, Haru, the son, Osar, the father. Man plus woman equal child. So that's my discrepancy with the Hebrew Israelite. This Kemetic belief is older than Judaism. Was Judaism, Islam, Christianity all come from Egypt, but it was ripped by the enemies. That's why they prosper. The Arab Muslim prospered. The African Muslim doesn't prosper from Allah. Unless you're the Nation of Islam, because they prosper because they're disciplined. They don't run with the philosophy of the Arab terminology or the Arab doings. They may pray like the Arabs, but the Nation of Islam is a different entity. That's why they're successful with Allah. It works. Tell me what African Muslim country is on top of the world with the rest of the world, compete like the Chinese, the Arabs, the Europeans. In fact, that Africans never get any help from their so-called Arab brothers. If y'all brothers in Islam, why the Arabs don't protect Africans from the Europeans? Everybody used this religion as a vehicle. So with the Hebrew Israelites, my knock is they are kidnapping and harness this religion to further keep our people in captivity. We all, black people, we are the chosen people of the book. Yeah, the book is talking about us. All over Israel mean all of us, not just the Hebrew Israelite, all Africans, all of us. It's all of us, man, not just the Hebrew Israelite, and get rid of that savor. Jesus, you got to get rid of the cross. The cross is the symbol of death. Kyrie, see, this is where you gonna fall at, because you got to include all Africans. But you're allowed to have your religion, your perspective. They shouldn't try to nail you to the cross for your belief. Because if you knew how to read in Hebrew, if you read that Hebrew Bible, they talk about blacks so bad in the Hebrew language in that Bible. They the ones rewrote the Bible and gave you an English version. But if you read that Hebrew version, where they call you niggers in the Bible, and they rewrote the Bible to give excuse and leeway for slavery. Each religion done that to black people. Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. So the platform of using the Bible as a criteria to use in our everyday struggle is asinine. Because we need an army. We need to build hospitals. We need to be doing some things in this life. It's okay to reflect on the Bible because some of it did come from Africa and Kemet. It's riddles, lessons to be learned from certain situations in the Bible. The Bible is nothing but some art of war, things that you should look for, things that come to pass. It's prophetical, not historical, because there was no slavery with no Jews in Kemet, which is the real name, not Egypt. They can blame it on Egypt because Egypt's not the real name of Kemet. Kemet is the land of the blacks. You know, what's so disturbing is that they made Egypt wicked in the Bible, so we know they rewrote it. It doesn't make any sense. How is Egypt wicked in the Bible when Haran was looking for so-called Savior Jesus? Where did he run to? Where did he run to? They ran to Egypt. But Jah made Egypt wicked in the Bible. How many years did he learn? Where did he learn from? Where did this fictional, I call them fictional, I look at these as stories to be learned something from. It's metaphors that you gotta learn from. You feel what I'm saying? There's some wisdom in the Bible, but read it from the spiritual side. These are lessons to be learned. You feel what I'm saying? Lessons like Samson. Samson told the female his weakness. You know, the 7 locks. Don't be weak for the woman. It's just a story. You can pull your hair out and still be strong. It's not going to stop you from being strong physically, but that was the secret. Tearing out his 7 locks out of his head. It could have been symbolic for 7 chakras that's in the body. You feel what I'm saying? But he told the secret, because man is weak for female in dumb situations, like the black man. The black man tell a secret to the white woman. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said though, I haven't read the book, and I think I'm going to read it before I critique it, but I know if this is coming from a Bible standpoint, I'm a little bit more advanced than that, because the Bible is too young for the Egyptian civilization. And when you start finding men older than the Bible, women older than the Bible, skeletons and civilizations and empires, African empires, old, so old that the Bible's like a modern book. You start questioning things. So the European had this biblical scripture in their hand. If you don't believe me, do your research on the Romans and the Greeks. They the ones ransacked Egypt and stole the books and the knowledge up out of Egypt. So by me knowing that history, and this is real life history, when these Hebrew Israelite niggas talking, and I hate to call them niggas because, man, they be sounding like somebody call them thug Christians. So, but I'm still on Kyrie Irving's side because you allowed to have your religion, you allowed to have your perspective. It's up for debate. So if it's anti-Semitic, why is Amazon selling the book? Why is Amazon selling the book? You feel what I'm saying?
And what Alex Jones did, he made families relive a very tragic and horrifying moments in their life. He's a conspiracy theorist. I just like what he said 10 years ago. So you already said what the guy is. And now he's a proven liar. But it's that one thing that you like, you know what, is that morsel over there. Now I get what he said right here is not true. Okay? Is he a member of these secret societies? Is Alex Jones a member of these secret societies that he can attest to? Is Kyrie Irving a member of these secret societies that he says exist? Just throwing stuff out there, Skip. It's just saying that this is what he's become. These secret societies. Is Alex Jones a member of these secret societies that he can attest to? Is Kyrie Irving a member of these secret societies? Is he a member of these secret societies? Is Alex Jones a member of these secret societies that he can attest to? Is Kyrie Irving a member of these secret societies that he says exist? Just throwing stuff out there, Skip. It's just...
Now, fam, anybody that's in TV, radio, any entertainer, we know Kanye let it out the bag, Coolio let it out the bag, Tupac. Now we got, what's the sister name? Jaguar Wright. She's speaking out. There's numerous entertainers that let us know that these societies do exist. And they exist. Shannon Sharpe, come on, man of your stature. You don't know that secret societies exist.
Just saying that this is what he's become. But Kyrie, I don't even know if you know who Craig Hodges is, but you better be careful. If you don't know who he is, might need to reach out to him and have a conversation.
Fam, now when he said this about Craig Hodges, he said, Kyrie, you might want to know Craig Hodges and reach out to him. Y'all know who Craig Hodges was? Craig Hodges was a professional basketball player who won 2 championships with the Chicago Bulls. He played with Michael Jordan. Craig Hodges, when they won the championship, you know how they go to the White House, the team go to the White House. See, this is how you know the entertainers are up under control of these societies that Shannon Sharpe act like he knows that he don't know exists. You feel what I'm saying? When you win a championship, why do you got to go to the White House? There got to be a reason behind that. That's to show the world that they control the minds of these football players. Well, they thought they did. Craig Hodges was a player who was very outspoken. He was very educated. His mom and pops were civil rights activist. So, with this being said, he grew up a different type of way. Craig Hodges, they went to the White House, the Bulls. Craig Hodges wrote a letter to Bush Sr. It wasn't a threatening letter, nothing to that magnitude. In fact, he did not walk up to the president and get a president the letter. He gave it to a spokesman or secretary or someone of that administration. I believe this happened in 1991, 92, because this is when they won a championship back to back. Craig Hodges was a dominant basketball player. Anyway, the letter calls this brother to be let go by the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls terminated him for no reason. So he thought he could make more money. He was good with it. But nobody in the NBA picked him up for writing that letter to George Bush to ask George Bush to help the black people and Latino people because we are the disenfranchised people. Can you help us out? So Shannon Sharpe doesn't have any type of integrity such as Craig Hodges. Craig Hodges didn't do anything wrong. I want y'all to look that up. Craig Hodges, who played with the Bulls, and find out if I'm telling a lie. But when he said Craig Hodges, he thought Kyrie Irving should reach out to Craig Hodges and sit down with him. I had to go do my research, and I found out why the fuck did Shannon Sharpe hold that information out? He could have told us on Undisputed, Kicking It with Skip, and I wouldn't have to do no research. But now the cat is out the bag, he was scared to repeat it. He was scared to repeat it. You remember when Kanye said the Bush didn't give a fuck about black people during that Katrina situation. You feel what I'm saying?
We'll leave it at that.
Well, because...
Remember what happened to Craig Hodges? The 3-point contest guy?
Yes, I did.
And he had, you know...
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. All right. I'm with you. I believe in free speech. If Kyrie Irving wants to quit basketball and go home and become a crusader for whatever cause that he wants to crusade for on social media, I am all for him. I say, go, Kyrie, go.
See what I'm saying, fam? It don't seem like Skip is all that bent out of shape like the brother. But he got to put on a show. You know what that show for? To get other black people to agree with Shannon. There's a lot of black people who think Kyrie is stupid, selfish. They hate him like the media do. Kyrie is a free thinker. I respect a black man. I respect a black man who have his own thought. You feel me? He didn't do no robotic shit and go down there and get inoculated. You know what I'm saying? He said, hell nah. So I love a nigga who go artistically against the motherfucking grain. You feel me? But a lot of niggas think this motherfucker crazy because ESPN and the news media say this shit about bruh. You feel me?
But unfortunately for him right now, he makes $37 million to represent a very big business known as the Brooklyn Nets, who play for a much bigger business called the National Basketball Association.
That is correct.
Both of which are heavily reliant on ad revenue from sponsors.
See, Skip is telling Kyrie, think about what you're doing, This what kind of money you making and everybody making. You know, so no matter what Kyrie say about Jewish people, the NBA is not going to lose any money. They just terminate him. Don't try to confuse a Skip like this brother so-called, I don't see it anti-Semitic. It's not anti-Semitic. He just referring the book to black people to read. And they ain't gonna do nothing but expose the truth where those people really come from Europe, and they took Israel from Palestinians, which was Arabs, and Arabs stole it from the black man. That whole region is the black man. For real, if you want to talk about the original owners, Israel is Africa. So that's all of us. You feel what I'm saying?
Who sell products bought by people who are going to be Jewish or Christian or Islam, all of whom just got offended, I'm assuming, by Kyrie Irving. Okay, I'm going to try to tiptoe through this just to drive home for those who don't know what Kyrie did, to try to explain it. Okay, so by posting a link to a movie based on a book, movie came out in 2018, book 2015, it appeared strongly that Kyrie was endorsing and promoting said movie and book. And the movie is based on the book that Rolling Stone calls venomously anti-Semitic, venomously, and cites, Rolling Stone does, statements within the movie that, quote, many famous high-ranking Jews have admitted to worshiping Satan or Lucifer. Okay, that's...
Man, all you gotta do is the research. She a go. He the go. You feel what I'm saying? All you gotta do is the research. I agree with that part of the book. If it's talking about people who worship that goat god, come on, man. We know this shit exists. The cat is out the bag for us in the knowing, us who study, been reading these books. You feel what I'm saying? This shit is off the chain. How mainstream media been made to keep certain things a secrecy. You a secret society. Mainstream media is a secret society. What the fuck is the world talking about? Mainstream media is a secret society. You know why it's a secret society? What about all the black women who be getting snatched up in these cities in masses? It's a pandemic of missing black people, period, in this country. It never hit the motherfucking mainstream news. Why when Queen Elizabeth died, they didn't talk about the havoc and atrocities that this family done to African people? How they enslaved the Africans and tortured Africans, invaded African lands, and got rich from killing black people. No one spoke about that in the mainstream media. I find that secrecy. I find that a secrecy, a secret society within itself. Because the mainstream media is ran by these motherfuckers. I'm popping it tonight, nigga. These motherfuckers think they slick. And then when you get to popping in this real shit around motherfuckers, you got motherfuckers turning up their mouth, talking about they don't want to hear this shit. The shit that I'm speaking on ain't real. That's because your motherfucking ass is blind. You see what I'm saying? I'm popping the real. You don't do no studying. You don't do no reading. I'm talking about you Negroes who always tuning in, got something to say. Y'all niggas don't read. You wait on CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, the white man network to give it to you. But new media is smashing these motherfuckers. Give it up to new media. Shout out to Black Conscious Movement, all Black Conscious platforms who believe in the advancement of our people. I ain't talking about niggas on YouTube making videos, you know, Fucking black people over talking bad about black people all fucking day. I'm tired of hearing you Negroes. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking about real Africans who talking about moving, doing something. That's what I'm talking about. All you Negroes on YouTube, making YouTube videos, you know, tearing black people down. Shut the fuck up and get on motherfucking board with this real shit. You feel me? I use this platform to try to galvanize you motherfuckers. You know, we need to goddamn get together, man. Fuck any nigga walk around with a 2024 hat on. That ain't gonna do it, nigga. All that voting, we need to lean on these motherfuckers as one motherfucking unit. Shit. This Black Power Hour, man. We expose the mainstream today. The mainstream media today. Not today, undisputed. You motherfuckers just been broke down. Feel me? I just opened you up like an atom. You feel me?
That's where we start. And another description of the film on Amazon that Kyrie linked to says that the movie uncovers the true identity of the children of Israel by proving the true ethnicity of Abraham, Jacob, and many others.
Now, when they say Israel, I'm with that. We are the people from Africa. Israel is Africa, but from Jacob to Abraham and all that, I don't know about that because we older than them people. When they talk about Jacob, Abraham, Jesus, all these biblical characters that ain't got no damn coffins, we don't even see their bodies from an archaeological standpoint. They're not proven archaeological. That means their grave has not been discovered. If you don't have a birth certificate or a death certificate, how the fuck can we prove that these motherfuckers exist? Now, when Kyrie and the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites talk about Israel, we are those people. Don't get it twisted. These brothers is on to something, but those characters, we older than those characters. We older than the Bible. The black man is the first man to this planet. We are much older. We're much older. We're much older. So we go back to Kemet because Kemet was the university that Africans built. Mathematics, science, astrology, everything that we know today. If it wasn't for Kemet, we wouldn't have what we have today. It was Kemet, 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 Kemet. You feel me? And you find out when you do your research, it was the Kemet people that was in Israel. Yeah, you're right. We are the true people of God. You feel me? But those goddamn biblical characters, they haven't been proven archaeologically. So, you know, we haven't never found the grave of no Jesus, no Isaac, Abraham, and all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Move this shit right along.
Find out what Islam, Judaism, and Christianity have covered up for centuries in regards to the true biblical identity of the so-called Negro in this movie packed with tons of research. Okay, he's free again to believe all of the above.
Right.
Film on Amazon that Kyrie linked to says that the movie uncovers the true identity of the children of Israel by proving the true ethnicity of Abraham, Jacob, and many others. Find out what Islam, Judaism, and Christianity have covered up for centuries in regards to the true biblical identity of the so-called Negro.
See, when you combine those three religions, this exposes the Hebrew Israelite. Each of these religions was taken from Kemet. That's why it's some truth to it. But when you control the world, you can rearrange things. I don't understand why black people trust white people not to fuck with our books and our scrolls. We didn't have books, we had scrolls. Fucking with our scrolls and the Egyptian texts in the halls. When they came, they took that knowledge and rearranged it. How kind of fuck we trust white people that much that they went into Egypt, just took gold, raped the women, and invaded, but didn't take the knowledge they need to know to build Greece. Greece was built, Rome was built to be something like Egypt. They learned how to build Greece and Rome from the African. I know you don't believe it. That's why some of the buildings look like some of the Egyptian buildings, such as the building with the pillars, that they got Lincoln on the back of the motherfucking penny, and the dollar Lincoln is set on the motherfucking so-called throne like the real Ramesses, not the Ramesses of the Bible, but the real Ramesses of Egypt, the black Ramesses, and they got that building with the colossals. That's Egyptian, inspired by the Queen Hatshepsut. That was built in the honor of her, and he's sitting on the throne like the Africans sat on the throne in Egypt, because what we did in so-called Egypt, but we know the name is Kemet, we sat on that throne, we meditated. We was deep individuals. Them are meditating thrones where brothers used to go out and meditate. We don't do none of that shit today. We don't meditate. We talk to pray. It's good to pray, but you got to meditate. That's how you bring forth ideals. That's how you bring forth. The ancestors sometimes speak to you while you meditate, giving you ideals, and you can reflect a little bit better on life after you meditate. It ain't never going back to your energy source, revitalizing yourself. You feel me? Recharging yourself up. So we ain't hip to that. That's how deep Africans was. So, we the ones taught the Asians how to meditate. Now they take it to another level. You feel what I'm saying?
In this movie packed with tons of research. Okay, he's free again to believe all of the above.
Right.
Maybe there's some truth in that, but I don't know of it. I'm just saying
I didn't see the movie and I haven't read the book.
Okay.
What that Negro say? See, y'all be thinking I always bang on white people on my platform. Skip is more understanding. The white man. Yeah. I ain't no racist. I just tell the truth about white people. I ain't walking around this motherfucker planet like I said white person. Hey, white motherfucker, fuck you, white boy, honky. I don't move like that. I'm a civil motherfucker. I'm civil, and I'm telling the truth that the white man, Skip has more understanding than the Negro. I'm telling you. Tell me what y'all think. I'm looking at this shit. I'm hearing this shit. Listen to what Skip is saying. You feel what I'm saying?
He's free again to believe all of the above.
Right.
Maybe there's some truth in that, but I don't know of it. I'm just saying I
didn't see the movie and I haven't read the book.
Okay, I got you. Neither.
See what the nigga say? He say he haven't seen the movie and he haven't read the book, but he on Undisputed, man, the motherfucker. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why I say, man, niggas in power, in position just to do the monkey for the hunky. And y'all was wondering why I was all right with Chris Rock getting smacked, because I knew why Chris Rock went at Jada. I don't care what you say. He went at Jada because Jada Smith tried to be Black Power in 2016 and asked black actors to boycott the fucking Oscars because it's racist. I don't really feel sorry sometimes for people, because you know what you signed up for. You know Hollywood is racist. You know you gotta take that dick. You feel what I'm saying? You know you gonna get fucked dealing with them people. You feel what I'm saying? So Chris Rock returned the favor for the juke. They don't play. So Chris Rock started attacking her, not at one Grammy, Oscars, 2 Oscars. The first Oscar, y'all know what he said. He said, Jada Pinkett boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties and I wasn't invited. He killed 2 black women in 1 stone. Well, it's an energy out to attack the black woman, but she act like she don't see it in this time. She wanna diverse and go to be with somebody else now because the black man ain't shit. You know, he wearing skinny jeans. He's losing his male dominance on the planet. You feel what I'm saying? Don't know that the same motherfucker that she going fraternize with is the enemy who writing and prescribing these funny looking jeans and this feminization of black man. They the one pushing that fucking agenda, but we always blame the fucking victim. You feel what I'm saying? Who pushing this gay agenda? You feel what I'm saying? So when you be pointing the finger at a motherfucker, just remember you got 3 fingers, point back at your motherfucking ass. You feel what I'm saying? This Negro say he ain't read the book, y'all. Ain't seen the movie Shannon, Sharpe, but he done jumped off the cliff for white supremacy. See, these type of niggas right here, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I tell you, we ain't got no room for politics. The same niggas that we vote for don't look out for us. They don't look out for the grassroots. The struggle is coming from the grassroots of our people. I'd rather listen to the poor people of my people, the people that I see every day on some points and avenues how to get free and how to get back on top of our game as African people like we was before we ran into the one people. When we was on top, that's only coming from the grassroots of our people. All these entertainers that motherfuckers looking to, they not gonna be no inspiration until they do shit like Kyrie, Irving, Muhammad Ali, who spoke out, Kaepernick, just certain stars who, Tupac, you know, certain stars who just turn away from, certain entertainers just turn away from the lie. And when they speak out, they come up missing. Michael Jackson started waking up, despite the fact he lived half his life hating himself, turning skin. People said it was a skin disease. No. Mike was taught to hate himself, and when he woke up, he was mad, and they put him to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? These niggas, man, that y'all be watching, and y'all want to follow these type of niggas, that's on y'all. But these niggas here to push a fucking agenda.
Neither have I. I'm reciting what I'm
Probably Kyrie hasn't either, but okay, go ahead.
You know what? You're probably right about that.
See, he just said Kyrie haven't read the book. How he know? How do Kyrie post some shit that he don't know nothing about? I'm pretty sure someone in Kyrie camp, Kyrie got enough money to get a copy of that book. You talk about a millionaire doesn't have a copy of the book, haven't read the book. Did you hear what the Negro said? I'm gonna play that back for y'all. I'm gonna play it back for y'all. Where is that? I'm gonna play it back. I'm not playing.
I try to tiptoe through this just to drive home for those who don't know what Kyrie did to try to explain it. Okay, so by posting a link to a movie based on a book, movie came out in 2018, book 2015, it appeared strongly that Kyrie was endorsing and promoting said movie and book. Right. And the movie is based on the book that Rolling Stone calls venomously anti-Semitic, venomously, and cites, Rolling Stone does, statements within the movie that, quote, many famous high-ranking Jews have admitted to worshiping Satan or Lucifer. Okay, that's where we start. And another description of the film on Amazon that Kyrie linked to says that the movie uncovers the true identity of the children of Israel by proving the true ethnicity of Abraham, Jacob, and many others. Find out what Islam, Judaism, and Christianity have covered up for centuries in regards to the true biblical identity of the so-called Negro in this movie packed with tons of research. Okay, he's free again to believe all of the above. Right. Maybe there's some truth in that, but I don't know of it. I'm just saying
I didn't see the movie and I haven't read the book.
Okay, I got you. Neither have I. I'm reciting what I'm
Probably Kyrie hasn't either, but okay, go ahead.
You know what? You're probably right about that. But
see what I'm saying? The onslaught of continual disrespect in Kyrie. I mean, why is Shannon feeling like he got animosity, you know? You know, Shannon in bed with these motherfuckers, man. He got animosity. He said Kyrie ain't read the book. Come on, man. Like I said before, he got enough money, man, to get a copy or anything of that magnitude. This man make money. You feel what I'm saying? Soon as one of the entertainers that's black start educating themselves and start speaking out, this show you how much ass they have to kiss to be relevant. That's a damn shame. I can't live my life like that. I'd rather just be me. You feel me? I'm a black man. And I couldn't bow down to no motherfuckers in Hollywood.
Problem is, this is going to offend so many people, especially the Jewish people, at the worst time, because Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, yesterday sponsored an ad that ran in NFL games, stand up to Jewish hate. Probably.
Personally, Skip, this is Kyrie, this is who he is. You know he's going to dig in now because he's caught in backlash.
But to believe all of the above.
Right.
Maybe there's some truth in that, but I don't know of it. I'm just saying,
I didn't see the movie and I haven't read the book.
Okay, I got you. Neither have I. I'm reciting what I'm.
And probably Kyrie hasn't either.
Jewish people at the worst time, because Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, yesterday sponsored an ad that ran in NFL games, stand up to Jewish hate. Probably ignited to some extent by Kanye. Yesterday sponsored an ad that ran in NFL games, stand up to Jewish hate. Probably ignited to some extent by Kanye.
See, fam, I'm telling you, there's a power shift that's happening on the planet with black people. This right here, this action right here, I don't know how they're going to respond towards us as a people. Because you know how the slave plantations used to be run. When one of us might have one day picked up a brick and smacked the slave master upside his motherfucking head, everybody in the regiment of our people were punished at one good time. So they might be coming at us on some biological warfare type shit, like they've been coming at us. You feel me? This is an awakening. The Jewish people are really scared that black people are waking up. This is not Jewish hate. This is people speaking the truth about who run the world, about a people who've been fucking our people for the last 400 years. Motherfuckers just waking up, Shannon Sharpe. Motherfuckers are waking up.
Now, Kyrie didn't go completely Kanye, as in speaking out against Jewish people.
Right.
It didn't come straight from Kyrie's mouth.
Right.
But I had to wonder, was Kyrie standing up, backing up Kanye? Was there something operating under the surface here? I don't know, but I just threw it out. I don't know. So for Kyrie, once again, it's worst. It's not just wrong place, wrong time. It's worst place, worst time. And obviously, his owner condemned him by tweeting, "I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation." That's from your owner. Kyrie, once again, it's worst. It's not just wrong place, wrong time. It's worst place, worst time. And obviously, his owner condemned him by tweeting, "I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation."
Right.
It didn't come straight from Kyrie's mouth.
Right.
But I had to wonder, was Kyrie standing up, backing up Kanye? Was there something operating under the surface here? I don't know, but I just threw it out. I don't know. So for Kyrie, once again, it's worst. It's not just wrong place, wrong time. It's worst place, worst time. And obviously, his owner condemned him by tweeting, "I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation." That's from...
Okay, this is from the owner, not I looked at a picture of the owner. He looks like he may be Korean or Asian person. You, as an Asian man, knows the truth about oppression from those particular people, but you don't give a fuck about black people. How the fuck can he criticize a book, too, that he hasn't even read? He just going off what the media said, but he has to get on board with those people who run the world because they own majority of the basketball teams, majority of the football teams. You feel what I'm saying?
Your owner. And you mentioned ESPN's Nick Friedel went at it back and forth in the media session after the debacle of a loss that they had at home to Indiana. And by the way, they have to play Indiana again at home tonight. That's going to be fascinating to see how that unfolds. But they're going back and forth. And I just wanted Nick to say, well, wait a second, your owner condemned it. That's all you need to know, your owner. And then obviously the league followed suit because they can't have this. And yet, if I can cut through this, in Kyrie's mind, he is trying to uphold African American history at the expense of Jews and Christians, Islam. You can go on and on.
At the expense of Muslim, Jews, and Christians who enslaved black people, I dare skip. I knew it was coming. Y'all thought I was gonna let his ass off the hook? Sigh. I knew I was gonna find something at the expense of Muslim, Jew, the history, uphold history, yeah. We want to uphold the history that these people enslaved the African people with their religion, stripped us of who we are as a people, stole our birthright. Now they got all the money and the royalties and call themselves royalty after they stole our royalties. You feel what I'm saying? They stole our riches. When we wake up, people in England are royal now. How the fuck are you royal when you stole the royal people shit? You feel me? You a vagabond. You feel me? You the real criminal. So when motherfuckers pull your coat, this the kind of backlash a motherfucker get when you're black. People waking up.
It's at the expense of everything else.
Well, I don't, look, like I said, I don't really, Kyrie aside, I don't believe, Skip, I believe you could be pro-black without being anti-this. You don't have to be a Semite, you don't have to be anti-white, you don't have, because sometimes I think the thing is that if I promote this, that means I hate that. And I don't want people to think that. But Kyrie Irving is the wrong messenger. If somebody else wants to deliver this message and can deliver it in a nice box to get people to understand and to sit down at the table and we can have an honest conversation about what happened, what is, okay, I'm fine. Kyrie Irving is just not the guy I want to hear from.
I hear you. So
that nigga paid. Ain't that nigga paid? He hate Kyrie. He hate a brother. He hate Kyrie, man. I'm telling y'all, man. This nigga's a paid servant. This nigga's a paid servant. Shit. He's scared, goddamn, to speak the truth. Kyrie ain't scared.
My bottom line takeaway, if I can go all the way to the end of this, whether Kyrie understands it or not, he is condemning the Bible on two fronts. He's condemning the Jews for the Old Testament and the Christians for the New Testament, whether he likes it or not.
Shit, you better go look at the Jews and Christians' history. Man, you find bloodshed. I know white Christians and black Muslims. I'm talking about Orthodox Muslims. I ain't talking about the Nation of Islam, because the Nation of Islam know that the Arabs used Islam to enslave Africans. We know that the white Islamic clergies came from out of Rome. We know Rome.
Or not, he's endorsed.
Yeah, we know Rome. We know Rome is the invention of Islam when they stole and ransacked Kemet, Egypt. They took the knowledge and twisted it up. I keep telling people that they took our knowledge, twisted it up, baked it up, and gave your ass a Bible. Now it's all about survival. You know what I'm saying? They went over in Africa and made people Christians and Muslims, and the Christian God and the Muslim God made black people broke over in them countries. I don't care what you say. When they left African spirituality and went into Islam and Christianity, that was the downfall of the African empires. Facts. You feel what I'm saying?
Promoting that kind of condemnation of the full Old Testament, New Testament Bible. Does he really want that? Is that where he was heading? Or does he want to look like he's the smartest guy in the room when he really has no idea what he just plunged into?
No, definitely he doesn't. He doesn't have any idea. I mean, I get it. But this is Kevin. What are the next thing they thought they were getting? The guy took time off and didn't tell you he was going. The guy said at the time you hired the head coach, said we don't need a head coach. It's just one thing after another. So when do they think it's going to stop? He's not.
That's a great question. It got so bad that his best friend in the world said, I can't take him anymore. Kevin Durant said during the offseason, it was the story of the NBA offseason.
Yes.
I want out.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he had just signed a contract that hadn't even started yet for 4 more years and said, Joe Tsai.
And the owner said, you
shall stay. And there was a little bit of forgive and forget, and I'm sure they tried to clear the air, and let's try to run this thing back, because maybe Ben Simmons will help. So far, not so good. But the point is that you can just see it in their body language. They didn't show up against a bad Indiana team the other night and got embarrassed. And as Steve Nash said, it was a disaster. So we're only, 6 games into the season, and Nash is saying this is a disaster.
And they're already having a team-only meeting with just him as the head coach.
Yep.
And so for me, Skip, and this is what Kevin Durant was talking about, there's so much drama going on that's not basketball related. What Kyrie Irving has got himself into has nothing to do with basketball. We're not even talking about how poorly you're playing as a team, because he and KD are playing extremely well as individuals.
As individuals, exactly. In fact, as an individual.
First of all, y'all, why is this sports channel, and the reason why I ran this video this long, because I want y'all to peep. This is a political channel, because Kyrie Irving is speaking on political situations. He's speaking on political terms. He's speaking on political things. You feel what I'm saying? Why is a sports channel is focused this long on this particular video? Why are they so engaged that they gotta still talk about this one man to belittle this brother? You see how the media was made to attack. Now we've been sitting here listening to them chop this brother up. They're supposed to be talking about sports. Get on to the subject, to the next subject, to the next subject. Look how long they've been going.
Angel, I'm not sure Kyrie has ever been any better.
No.
Seriously. Because every night I look, it's 35, 37.
39, yeah.
Okay.
And he's getting 4 blocks, 3 steals.
He is.
He's been as good as an engaged as a total basketball player. But right now,
and what's the record?
1
in 5.
So as we talking about, Skip, this has nothing to do. Kevin Durant says, I want to be about hoop. I don't like distractions. I just want to hoop. Well, Kevin, what you got yourself into, he didn't get himself into. I don't think he thought Kyrie Irving would go this far. He probably knew Kyrie was a little quirky, had some little mannerisms, but man, he's full-fledged, blown conspiracy theorist now. And it's impacting his team.
Boy, is it. And yet, what we're...
When you embrace, I'm going to tell black people, and black people, if you're one of those black people who embrace yourself and love your people, and you speak about your people all the time, you got family members who hate your black ass. See, when you start loving black, that scared every motherfucking body. When you start appreciating your people, you less likely to harm your people. You want to help your people. And that's not the program that white supremacy want us to run. They don't want us to love ourselves and pick ourselves up, because that's the end of their demise. And that's genetically, that's another topic, another story, I've already spoke on that. These white scientists know who we are. Kyrie Irving's on the right path of waking people up to show who we are. I just want to run this video, man, this long to let y'all know this is a political channel. This is a political channel.
His lines after the game, he said, I'm not going to stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only going to get stronger because I am not alone. I have a whole army around me.
And then talking about who's trying to dehumanize you? By asking you, what did you mean? Why did you tweet that? Do you understand what this book, what this movie represents? That's not dehumanizing you.
No.
I tell you, some people there. Probably your great grandfather and grandmother was dehumanized.
Yeah, that's
you want to go back to start at 16, 19, and come up to about 300 years. That's the dehumanization of black people, Kyrie. You know, man, he's full-fledged, blown conspiracy theorist now, and it's impacting his team.
Boy, is it? And yet, what were his lines after the game? He said, I'm not going to stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only going to get stronger because I am not alone. I have a whole army around me.
And then talking about who's trying to dehumanize you? By asking you, what did you mean? Why did you tweet that? Do you understand what this book, what this movie represents? That's not dehumanizing you.
No.
I tell you, some people there. Probably your great grandfather and grandmother was dehumanized.
Yeah,
you want to go back to start at 16, 19, and come up to about 300 years. That's the dehumanization of black people, Kyrie. I think you just don't dehumanize. Right? Nobody tried to stop it. Great grandfather and grandmother was dehumanized.
Yeah,
you want to go back to start at 16, 19, and come up to about 300 years. That's the dehumanization of black people, Kyrie.
See, I told you. Now he playing both sides of the fist. Now he want to bring up slavery, and we know that's true. Like he talking some black stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's dehumanizing. Like he bring up 16, 19, like black people don't get dehumanized today. Like everything is good. Everything is fine. Racism don't exist. What is this nigga talking about? You feel what I'm saying? You mean to tell me they don't dehumanize black people today? I know black people get killed right here on the streets by white supremacy. Cops shot down in the prison systems. The correctional staff kill black inmates behind bars. You don't hear about it. They don't put it in the news. They kill us every day with the air, through the food, at the hospitals. With the fuck the Tabasi campaign, they kill black people. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying?
I think you just don't dehumanize. Right? Nobody tried to stop it.
The Nets, because of all the above, are a disaster.
How did they get out from under it, though, Skip?
Well, they don't. Until next year.
Because they thought about it, and then they're like, you know what? If we bring both of these guys back, they're still extremely talented. We have a chance. It's gotten worse. He's gotten worse.
They gonna blame it on Kyrie.
He feels emboldened now, Skip. Ain't no turning back.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting.
You hear me? They gonna blame it on Kyrie because the Nets is losing. But if you look at the game, him and Kevin Durant numbers are still the same. 36, 28. They still dropping. It ain't them. It's the motherfuckers around them. But since he done tweeted this book reference to the world, this the kind of backlash the brothers gonna get. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, y'all mash up the likes, share this video. I'm gone. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel too. I'm out of here. Peace and love and black power.